me ask you this. My concern with Nate Scheelhaase or anybody who is, the next Sean McVay, if you will, this front office and this structure doesn't seem to be set up where there's the patience to develop somebody like that. Can you talk me into why that's the move, the next brilliant offensive mind?
Well, I think you've hit it, and it's not the front office; it's the owner. I mean, this is the second time we've done this. They did it with Sashi Brown, where he laid out a very specific plan and said, "This is going to hurt. This is going to be a challenge. You're not going to enjoy this." And he was right. Laid it all on the line, and Jimmy Haslam ultimately said, "You're right. I don't enjoy this. Get out." And then this time along the way, they said, we're going to get through the Deshaun Watson thing and get through the other side. And Jimmy Haslam ultimately said, "Nope, we're not, and we're going to pull the plug on this." So you are simultaneously trying to find the next Sean McVay. You are also trying to set a potentially unrealistic timeline for that coach, because Jimmy Haslam, granted, they got 6 years, so it's not like Kevin Stefanski had an unfair shake ultimately. But the bottom line is that Jimmy Haslam wants to see results pretty quickly, and there are two timelines he's sort of focused on. Not only is he trying to focus on like winning right now, he's also thinking about what's going to happen when that new stadium opens and where this team's going to be. So there are competing sort of elements within his head on where this thing needs to be going and where the team needs to be when that stadium opens, because he desperately wants a team that's ready to be in the playoffs and compete when that dome's opening.
So when you look at that, and I mean, there were 10 head coaching openings this coaching cycle, this offseason. Is this the time to try to find the next young, brilliant mind, or those two things seem to be mutually exclusive? If you need to find a way to win 7, 8, 9 games so that the fan base isn't, going absolutely crazy again, don't you need to find a guy that's kind of done it?
Well, the reality is the 10 head coaching openings was a reason not to fire the head coach, because you were at a down point and you had a reason to wait, build up the team a little bit, and then potentially fire them or whatever to attack the issue when you were sort of in a better position of strength. But since you made that plunge, my theory of the case is you may as well pan for gold, because if you miss, let's say you hire Nathaniel Hackett. Okay, fire them in a year and do it over again. And while that sucks, I don't know how many people even with the Denver Broncos, the team that actually hired Nathaniel Hackett, even remember him, because it was over that quickly and they moved on and ultimately did it. At that point, you're trying to build the team the best way you can, which puts pressure on Andrew Berry. He's got to do well in the offseason again. But to me, I think your best bet is to keep swinging big and hoping to hit it, as opposed to trying to get largely what amount to be okay, but usually middling hires. And that's unfair of me to say that is what Jim Schwartz is. It's just, that is sort of my sense of the case, is that Jim Schwartz to me is the best and most likely situation where we're doing this again in 12 months. And that could be the case with Nate Scheelhaase. It could be the case with Todd Monken as well. But Schwartz, just the sense of we've already been here and it's still not working, I think gets this to go a little bit quicker than other coaching hires.